The only way to play here is to pay, and that's just offensive. NBA 2K24 wants you to open up your wallet and punishes you if you don't.
And just like that, I'm right back. 215 God, yeah, Eldric reacts.
We playing basketball. No, we not. We not playing basketball anymore. We playing slot machines. We going to the casino playing this game. We losing the rent money. We losing our relationship with our girls. We doing, like, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Like, yo, 2K can kiss my entire ass. I bought the game, and honestly, I said I wouldn't buy it again since last year was a cash grab. And it was repetitive, tedious, but I still did it. Maybe it was on the strength of Kobe. They reeled me in with Kobe. I wanted to play the Mamba moments and all that. But I also wanted to play with my friends on PlayStation because it's crossplay now, but nah, ain't worth it. Ain't worth it. I bought the $100 version of the game. This is how I know I waste money. This is how I know I waste money. I bought the $100 version of the game. Go make a character. Big man, center. You know what I'm saying? I use all 150,000 VC, and he only reached a 74 overall? 2K used to be so fun. Maybe when I was younger, it used to be fun. But here is the review, an IGN review, and I just want to see if they feel how I feel. This game is in its practices are disgusting, and this will be the last year that I buy NBA 2K until they change this whole VC thing, man. I'll talk more about it after the video. Let's watch IGN review of NBA 2K24. They think I'm a sucker or some shit, man.
Rights to Kobe Bryant.
NBA 2K24 is like a frustratingly talented superstar who falls short of delivering championships season after season. The excellent on-court gameplay bolsters significant depth with its dedication to looking, sounding, and feeling like a genuine NBA experience, but it's sidelined by heinous microtransactions that plague many of the most popular game modes. These in-game purchases aren't just present and optional, they are essential to compete with other players online. It's especially frustrating because my career, the focal point of many changes to this year's iteration, has so much potential. But if it truly aimed to emulate the beauty of pro basketball, it would reward skill and effort more than open wallet shortcuts.
This shit's sad for real, man. NBA 2K24 salary cap.
Despite being a little short on flashy new mechanics to boast about on the back of the box, NBA 2K24 still looks fantastic, and its on-court gameplay is incrementally stronger than ever. Topping the list of additions is the new Pro Play feature, which allows 2K to take NBA footage and translate it into in-game animations in real time.
That's dope.
In other words, NBA 2K24 is a lot smoother than its predecessors when it comes to movement on the court, including dribbling, shooting, and pass animations. There are fewer immersion-breaking interactions, and things feel generally more authentic.
Taking a giant step.
When playing against teams with superstar talent in NBA 2K, players like LeBron James look and play like their real-life counterparts.
Oh, here's James. Here's the drop.
The AI has also taken a small step forward, making gameplay more challenging even for series veterans. The ball consistently finds the best players, and those improved animations heighten the playing experience too. On offense, classic strategies like the pick and roll are harder to execute. Off-ball defenders have become smarter, adjusting to opponents' strengths and weaknesses.
Has it in the corner.
The adrenaline boost feature, preventing aimless dribbling, now penalizes players when their movement is disrupted, making defense a much more interactive experience.
It's better.
Not all of the on-court gameplay has taken a significant step forward, however. Fast break gameplay is still almost entirely non-existent, which is an issue that has plagued the NBA 2K series for over a decade now.
Here's Allen.
I didn't know this.
Maxey grabs the miss.
It's also one of the most fun elements of real-life basketball, so its absence just generally makes good defense less exciting because it rarely turns into points. There are
If
also
you want
occasional
2K,
mind-boggling decisions from the
let me know.
AI,
If you want
such as
PlayStation
calling
or Xbox,
erroneous
say it in the
timeouts
comments.
late in games.
Leave the
You'd
gamer
think
tag
the
or whatever.
commentary would call out things like that, but it's otherwise regularly very good, especially when playing games in the various eras of the NBA, and the ever-present halftime crew of Shaq, Ernie, and Kenny deliver stellar performances.
As always.
Naturally, it's missing Charles Barkley, who insists he will never be in an NBA 2K game, but the chemistry is still very strong
Charles Barkley is
nonetheless.
not messing
No
with 2K, man.
surprise, Steph
You just
Curry
need to
was
get
in
2K just need
fine
to give
form during that
give the
first
players
half.
that money that Charles Barkley was talking
Well,
about.
he's in the zone shooting it. Every time he puts up the three, he believes it's going in. Trust me, that's a great feeling.
There are some disappointments in the details, however. For instance, players rarely celebrate big moments such as game-winning shots in a convincing way. In fact, they'll go from animated in one shot to deadpan the next, something that only really comes across because of how realistic they look. NBA
That's just
2K24
nitpicking for real.
excels at creating tense in-game moments,
I never
but
expected the
rarely
game to be
delivers a
perfect.
reward for them.
Wide open, he fires. Knocks down the three.
Having the arena, including the fans, players, and coaches, properly react to big plays would go a long way in matching the NBA's famous ability to create historic moments.
Club. My currency.
NBA 2K24's advancements are overshadowed by its most popular game mode, My Career, which heavily encourages in-game purchases. Even with the Black Mamba or 25th Anniversary editions, which come with 100,000 virtual currency right away,
Right.
elevating your created player to a respectable rating is challenging. Progressing
Exactly.
further requires significant time, and you'll often have to neglect the customizable features of My Career,
The clothes too
such
damn
as
expensive, man.
dresswear,
They're too
animations,
expensive,
or
and I'm
other
paying for the same
personalized
clothes every year.
elements. Even with
my
a
shit
lot of
carry over or
effort,
something.
players who grind out VC will regularly be the lowest rated character on the court for a while. My Career positions you as an emerging starter in the NBA, frequently pitting you
that was
against
nasty
players
from
with
John Wall.
vastly superior ratings. As a result, your character is thrust into an environment where he'll be guarding players with a major attribute difference, making playing good defense or offense virtually impossible. Effectively, the
It is.
only way to play here is to pay, and that's just offensive. It's
Yeah, man, it's
especially
dirty.
absurd when you consider that most players will likely purchase the regular edition of NBA 2K24, and they will be rewarded with a created player that starts with a paltry 60 overall rating.
Oh.
And because of the systems at play, losing regularly nets you next to no VC. It establishes a maddening cycle of not having a player good enough to compete without hope of ever being able to improve them.
Terrible.
NBA 2K24
Terrible.
wants you to open up your wallet and punishes you if you don't. There is even further evidence of this being an intentional cycle, too. Badge progression, a mechanic that helps differentiate players from one another within specific
locked
contexts,
behind the
can
attributes.
now deteriorate when they aren't actively being put to use. For example, if you are working on a badge that improves long-range shooting ability but come across a matchup that dictates less three-point shooting and more driving to the basket,
Yeah.
you now risk that badge progression by altering your gameplay.
It's disgusting,
Not only
man.
does this dampen the enjoyment of being creative, it encourages maxing out your stats as quickly as possible so you don't have to deal with bad matchups in the first place.
If you give him any room to breathe, he's a bucket.
Like, what?
It's worth noting that it doesn't have to be this much of a drag either. My Career comes with a location change this year, an open-world, Miami-inspired beachfront to roam around in.
Right.
It's more dense than the previous city, with just about every turn having a storefront,
Yo,
a
I'm
court
mad I
to
still
play
can't
on,
buy
or
Reeboks,
something to
man.
interact with.
I just
There's a
want the AIs.
variety of court and game types, all of which would be a lot more fun if the matchups weren't so frequently lopsided. Similarly, there are a ton of fun fashion items to purchase, but
Matchmaking is
they
bad,
are
too.
locked behind massive VC paywalls. Especially in the early stages of NBA 2K24, players face a dilemma. Make their character look stylish, or make moderate advancement on the court.
Man, what can I say? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
While NBA 2K24 lacks a
man's on every
robust
game now.
story mode, it offers several interconnected stories involving the player nicknamed MP. These stories aren't particularly engaging, especially given MP's low initial rating. Comparisons of MP to legends like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant only exacerbate the frustrations associated with the grind-heavy nature of my career.
I'm sorry. But this is the best part of this game right here, man. Kobe
Following
Bean.
up on NBA 2K23's Jordan Challenge, NBA 2K24 introduces Mamba Moments to celebrate Kobe Bryant's historic career. It's not as impressive as the Jordan
like how in the
challenges,
Mamba
but it
Moments that I
still
played,
does a decent job
they
of
had the
getting into
old
the
NBC,
tone and
NBA
atmosphere
theme
of some
to,
of Kobe's marquee
I
games.
know.
Little bit of rest. It's so important to have the energy in the fourth quarter. And that starts with
Returning to an era where guys
They
like
had that.
Vlade Divac and Chris Webber were key players in the NBA is a treat, especially for those of us who were first exposed to basketball around that time.
Turkaloo. And the rookie Turkaloo gets it to go.
Similarly, my NBA has also
Sorry,
added
man.
a LeBron
Early.
era to play in, which allows you to control the 2011 Big Three Miami Heat. My NBA allows for a ton of customization, like which teams are able to get the #1 pick in the NBA draft, as well as a variety of nuances related to the
I haven't
salary
really got into
cap.
those modes,
While
but
there aren't major changes
they
to
seem-
my NBA, it remains
seem
the
fun.
best place to sink time if you're looking for a safe haven from the microtransactions. This includes the new My NBA Lite mode that serves as a nice place to set up shop for a less intense franchise mode with fewer complications.
Okay. It's like there's so much you can do with these games, but what I play it for
The old
requires too
adage,
much
a tale
additional
of two
money.
halves, really encapsulates the NBA 2K24 experience. On one hand, the hardcore experience is as good as it ever has been, as we should demand from a game that iterates annually, and there are a handful of game modes that allow all of that to be enjoyed without interruption. On the other, much more nefarious hand, my career is nearly unplayable unless you open your wallet or endure an
It's a-
absurd grind.
It's a rich
Even
person's
worse,
game.
mechanics like badge
This
regression
game is for rich
reinforce the
people.
worst
I'll put
parts
it
of
out
the
there.
microtransaction scheme. Beneath those issues, NBA 2K24 still offers a fun basketball experience, but it requires looking in the right places. Clearly, there is a lot of love for the game of basketball on display in modes like My NBA and Mamba Moments. But a lot of that love is lost the moment we're asked to pay an
Dang.
absurd amount of money to compete in the main multiplayer mode. For more, check out our reviews of Madden NFL 24 or WrestleQuest. And for everything else, stick with IGN.
I don't know how other people's lives are set up, but I'm not wasting money on this. Like, you see what I'm saying? I got a nigga got bills out here. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I can't pay for extra VC. It's the fact that I won't pay for extra VC. It's ridiculous. It's Shang Tsung, your soul is mine. The fun, it just rips the fun out of the game. Like 2K, you slimy bastards, man. Like I said, this is a game that's strictly for my rich friends. I know people that really still go hard on 2K. They still paying for VC, even though everything is super expensive, and more power to them. Like, I get it. Like, if 2K is your shit, like, go ahead, keep doing you. But me, like, I need more bang for my buck. You feel me? Like, this ain't it. This ain't it. Madden, you doing the same bullshit too. You know next WWE, you know how they got creative characters and all that. They probably gonna have you pay VC to put on a little singlet. Or whatever the fuck the wrestlers be wearing, a little vest, a little Stone Cold vest probably gonna cost like 20,000 VC. Or something like that. Like, it's gonna be crazy, man. Time is something y'all can never have back. But y'all spend your time with me, so I appreciate y'all for that. Subscribe to Eldric Reacts, because when we let
our powers combine.
we gonna be at
Seven. What y'all know about
7,000 subscribers. Yeah. Everyone, I want y'all to have a good, safe, blessed day. You ain't always gotta take it to the streets. You ain't always gotta turn up. Sometimes you can just chill and be chill. You know what I mean? Those who anger you control you. Those who anger you can control you. Stop giving people so much power. You're way better than that. And you have the ability to control your emotions. Believe it or not.